Chaparral fans, welcome to another 6A Desert Valley battle between the Firebirds and the Jaguars, round 2. So we're just getting organized here in the press box, a real press box here up at Boulder Creek High School. Beautiful ballpark here. You get to look out over the ballpark and see what's going on. The gentleman here from Boulder Creek allowed us to steal a spot of their press box, so we are
leading off today's game.
Ready to go.
Left fielder, number 28, Connor Jones.
So leading off.
21, Evan Heeb,
So pitching for the Jaguars, Evan Heeb, facing Connor Jones. So Jones leading us off here in the top of the first. 6A Desert Valley, round 2, Firebirds Jaguars. First pitch up, second pitch rolled over to the second baseman, little candy hop, flips it over to first base. One down,
Routine
top of one.
Grounder ball, Jason Reed to Gabe Gallo for 1 out.
So 2 pitches in, and Ebe's got his first out of the inning here in the
Now
top of the
batting
first.
center fielder, number 5, Enzo Apodaca.
So Apodaca now stepping in the 2-hole, left-handed hitting outfielder. He's a junior. Overhand breaking ball, big old 12-6 hammer for called strike 1 on the outside half. So Ebe kicks and deals, fastball up. Enzo flips it down the left field line, nobody home. That ball bounces, kicks a little bit left. Outfielder picks it up on the track, and Enzo's going to coast it into second with a stand-up double.
Apodaca has a stand-up double. Still with 1 out, brings to the plate first baseman number 24, Tyler Stone.
So that brings Stone to the plate. Hitting the 3-hole here with 1 down in the top of the first. We're not in a get him over scenario. Tyler Stone hitting the 3-hole. He ain't worried about moving people over. It's time to let the barrel fly. So Stone ready to go. Another overhand breaking ball, misses away. Ebe comes set, neck high, checks Apodaca at second, and a pitch. Down and away, missed down there. 2 balls, no strikes now to Stone. Stone took over the Desert Valley 6A home run lead a couple days ago against the Jaguars, and then Travis Warner hit one, walked one out the other night to tie him up. So Stone and Warner now leading. Fastball down and away, just missed. Not a surprise here, open base. 1 out, open base, left-handed power, 3-hole. Not a shocker seeing balls in the middle of the plate. I'm sure their plan is hit a corner or he walks, or make him swing at a pitch you want him to swing at. Fastball up, 4 straight, and Stone takes the 1-out walk. So that brings up Long.
Stone takes first base. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Brings to the plate shortstop number 11, Trevor Long.
So Long now digging in. Apodaca on second. Stone at first. 1 out. Ebe comes set. Fastball away. Long pops it way up in the air, right to the pitcher. Pitcher makes the catch. Don't see that too often. Even in high school, they usually are asking
Makes it 2 outs for the
first
Jaguars.
baseman to clear him out of there and catch that ball, but it wasn't high enough for the first baseman to get there.
12, Logan Buck.
So that brings Bach to the plate. 2 outs, 2 on. top of the first. Big overhand breaking ball by Ebe. Misses out. Bach looking to do some damage here with 2 outs in the top of the first. The pitch down and away, just misses. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the first. Apodaca at second, Stone at first, Bach at the plate. Got a little control of the count here, looking for something he can handle. Logan's had a lot of success driving the ball the other way over the third baseman's head. Let's see if we get something away he can handle. Fastball way up. It's missed. 3-0 now. Probably going to make a fair assumption here that Bach's got the take. Looking down at Coach Lyman to see. A lot of times coaches don't even worry about hiding that one. They just make the call. We're taking or we're swinging if it's middle. Got the call down and away. 3-1 now on Bach. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Top of 1. And the pitch. Fastball away, got the call. Looks like it's a big zone on that outside half. So 3-2, 2 outs now. So runners are going to be in motion. Apodaca should get a little bit of a late start to prevent the inside move. Stone should get a late start. Runners are off and going. Bach whistles one down the right field line. Foul. So Bach digging back in. Ebe coming set again. And the pitch. Fastball misses up. Ball 4. So 2 walks and a knock in the inning.
Now bases loaded. Still 2 down. Brings to the plate designated hitter number 21, John Flores.
So Flores now to the plate with the bases juiced, 2 outs here in the first. Apodaca at second. Third, Stone at second. Big overhand breaking ball, gets the call. Called strike 1. Stone at second, Bach at first, Flores at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 down, top of 1. Ebe comes set, and the pitch. Another overhand breaking ball. Flores rips it to right field, right at the right field. It takes a couple steps to his right, makes the catch, and they're out of the inning. So got a breaking ball down, hit it all right, but right at the right fielder, and that's the 3rd out. So the Firebirds get a hit, 3 runners left on base, no runs. The good news is they did get some pitches out of Ebe.
No runs on 3 hits. 3 men left on. Middle of the first inning.
So as we go to the bottom of the first, the Firebirds looking to put up a 0 here and try and keep this thing at a 0-0
Just a reminder once again for you late
We'll be back in just a second. We're back for the bottom of the first.
Leading off, bottom of the first inning. Center fielder number 10, R.W. Shannon.
So I really am a manager, so I don't do much of the nerd stuff anymore.
Then you get burnt out after a while.
It kind of, you know, the on-call and
So on the mound for the Firebirds, Andrew Carroll, the freshman. First pitch called, strike one. Bottom of the zone. Fastball down, doesn't get the call. One evens it up at a ball and a strike.
that last fly ball. I think he came in back down a bit.
Little ground ball out to Trevor Long at short. Flips it across the diamond. First out of the inning.
One down. Now coming to the plate. Left fielder number 2, Jake Wright.
So Jake Wright now to the plate. Playing left field today. Wright's number 2. Fastball gets the call. For Wright.
I'm still doing a
Junior.
walk by this. They've got, look at these times here. And look at some of these. Look at some of these.
Fastball down and away.
So what you can do, just so you know.
Gets the call. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the first.
Started at that.
Carroll ready to go.
That would say so.
Popped it up in the infield. Looks like Stone and Carey are together. Stone ducks out of the way. Battling a little son is Tegan Carey.
Job, Tegan.
And we get the second quick out of the
2
inning.
down now.
What's your name, buddy? What's your name?
Now up at the plate, catcher number 7, Connor Lawrence.
And that brings up the catcher, Connor Lawrence.
Jaeger.
So Connor Lawrence now in the 3-hole.
No way.
Pitch down and away.
It's so cool.
Anthony Laguna asks for a check swing.
He's Bernice.
No go. 1-0.
So we've got golden
Fastball away. Big swing by Connor Lawrence. Evens up the count 1-1. We are in Anthem, Arizona, the home of the Jaguars. Boulder Creek High School here. Fastball away, getting a whole bunch off that outside half. Both teams already seeing 6, 8 solid inches off the outside half. Breaking ball down, flips it up the middle. Ground ball gets past Trevor Long, rolls its way into center field. So a base hit for Connor Lawrence up the middle.
Line drive single for Connor Lawrence. Now pinch running on first base, number 9, Trenton
You guys
Phoebus.
are really loud. Just your conversation. Okay.
Up to bat, designated hitter number 13, Logan Deskin.
So Logan Deskin now the hitter. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Connor Lawrence at first base. Deskin digging in. Andrew Carroll ready to go. Way up and away, ball 1. Lawrence on first. Deskin at the plate. And the 1-1. Slider catches the outside corner, strike 1. Picks over. Lawrence dives back in safe. Carroll ready to go. Fastball down and away, big swing and a miss there by Deskin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Fastball away. Ooh, the catcher wanted it. The pitcher wanted it. We've seen that 2 or 3 times. I think maybe if Laguna just sits on that one for a second and sticks it instead of jumping out of there like he's the umpire, I think we might have got it, but he liked it. We've seen it a few times. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the close pitch on the outside half. Runner going, fastball up, gets him on the swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Carroll does a good job, gets out of the inning after the 2-out hit. And we move on to the
Jaguars
second.
with one stranded, one hit that inning.
No
Bottom of the
score,
first
going to the
inning.
second.
Top of the second.
Off to the top of the second. Cade Carney leading off for the Firebirds. The first is over. We're on to the second. No runs so far for either team. So big overhand breaking ball for Hebe. Stays up. Carney playing third base again today. It's kind of his normal position. Left-handed hitting junior. Carney digging in. Hebe's ready to go. Fastball up. Leave it. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 to Carney. Hebe comes set, and the pitch. Fastball down the middle. Carney gets jam shot. Oh, and it gets just over the shortstop's glove as he's running out to try and catch it in his shallow left. So a little jam sauce base hit over the shortstop's head, and we'll take it. Even out the line drive.
Carney gets a leadoff single. Man on first base brings up to the plate. Catcher number 10, Anthony Laguna.
So that brings Laguna to the plate. Anthony Laguna, he's catching today. So Laguna at the plate, nobody out. Top of the second. Carney at first, facing the lefty, Evan Hebe. Fastball right there on the outside half. Hebe comes set, and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball rolled over to third base. Third baseman cuts in front of the shortstop, picks it, throws to second, relay to first, and that is a 5-4-3 double play. So Laguna kind of rolled over a pitch on the outside half. Third baseman cut in front of the shortstop.
Double play for
flipped
the
it to
Jaguars.
second base to the
Down
Reader,
now.
and Reader flipped it
Brings
over to
the
first
plate.
for the double play.
Second baseman number 32, Tegan Carey.
C-A-R-E-1. That's his last name, C-A-R-E-1. Carey.
So that brings Tegan Carey to the plate. Tegan playing second base today, which again we're pretty accustomed to. That seems to be where he's kind of settling in.
He got it there.
Fastball missed up. 2 balls, no strikes now on Carey. So 2-0 on Carey, 2 outs. Top of the second. No score. Fastball middle, Carey takes it. Two and one now. Carey rips ball to right. High fly ball to right fielder. Battle in the sun, battle in the sun. Sunglasses on, glove up, makes the routine catch, and the inning is over. We move on to the bottom of the second now. There was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. So off to the bottom of the second in about a minute. off to the bottom of the second. Leading off.
Leading
the
off.
Jaguars.
Right fielder number 8, Casey Wayne.
It's the right fielder, number 8, Casey Wayne. So the Firebirds haven't been able to get much going here. They had the bases loaded in the first, couldn't get anything on the Flores fly ball to right to end that inning. Cade Carney got us going in the top of the second, but then a double play ball kind of eliminated that inning. Big check swing defensive. Almost took one in the middle of the chest. Check swing foul by Casey there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carroll kicks and deals. Fastball popped up right over by the dugout. Laguna on the hop makes a huge effort. Almost gets there. I wish you could have seen that one on camera. He ran out of the camera view, but Anthony made a huge effort to try and get to that ball.
Did you get a photo of that, Cam?
He goes one more full step. He might have just brought the backstop down. He was at full speed. So now it's 1-2 on Wayne. Carroll ready to go. Slider down and away. Flip back up the middle. Carroll reaches up, snow cones it, underhands it to Stone at first, and that's the first out of the inning. That gets through and it turns into a tough play for either Tegan Carey or Trevor Long right there.
Now
Good
coming
job
to the
by
plate,
Carroll.
third baseman, number 12, Gunnar Ferrara.
So yesterday's starting pitcher, Tuesday's starting pitcher is now at the plate. Gunnar Ferrara takes first pitch, down and in, ball 1. Ferrara did a good job, really held the Firebirds down much of that start. Talking to a few of the parents here, that Gunnar hasn't had a lot of starts necessarily, so it sounds like he really had a good outing trying to hold the Firebirds down. So 2-0 now. Fastball ripped into left center field between the outfielders. It falls in front of Jones. Jones sees it just get right by him. And that's a single with an error. That ball is between them, but Jones was over there to cut it off. And on our biased scoring, we're going to give that a single and an error. And I could see why maybe somebody from Boulder Creek might give it a double.
Runner at second base.
We'll go with that.
Now
So
batting, second baseman number 3, Jason
the
Reed.
ball's hit between the two outfielders. Jones just misjudged and ended up playing himself into a really tough in-between hop. The good news is Enzo Apodaca was there to back it up. And now we got a runner on second. With 1 out. So now at the plate, your second baseman, the Reader, Jason Reed, stepping in. Reader takes a big hack, fouled it off. Oh, and they called a balk. So we've got a balk called on Andrew Carroll, moving Gunnar Ferrara up to third base. Based on what I saw from the distance, that's got to be he didn't stop, didn't pause. I didn't see any jumps or twitches or anything like that. It looked like he just blew right through his set position. So now Reed is in there trying to get that first run of the game across. Slider stays a little up, fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Carroll looking for a punch out here. Reader looking to put the ball in play. Fastball up and in. Got him on the called strike 3, and that's a huge pitch for Carroll. Could have been up, but it was close, and I think the Coach Corley would probably tell Reader close enough. Let's get a beast. Let's foul that pitch off.
Coming to the plate, shortstop number 4, Landon Sauter.
So Landon Sauter, now the shortstop, digging in with two down. Infield gets to move back. Interestingly, Coach Abrams had the infield in right there in that Reed at bat. The runner on third. First pitch up and in for a ball. 1-0 now. Slider down and away. Swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone. Good pitch there by Carroll. Got Sauter to chase a little bit. So you got Ferreira down at third, trying to push that first run of the game in. Routine ground ball over to Cade Carney. He's going to flip it across to Tyler Stone. And Carroll gets out of the inning with a runner on third and only one out. So, no runs, one hit, no errors.
No runs for the Jaguars.
One man
One
left
hit,
on
one
base.
left.
Yep. I'll show you.
And we move on to the top of the third. I'll be back in a minute. Off we go into the top of the third. Top of the order for the Firebirds. Jones, Apodaca, Stone to face Evan Heath. Still no score here. Top of three. First pitch, the big 12-6 overhand breaking ball stays up. Ball one to Jones. So 1 ball, no strikes. Jones trying to fight his way on as the leadoff hitter here. Try to get something going. Both teams looking for base runners. Fastball down and away. Shaves the outside corner. Good pitch there by Hebe and a good take by Jones. Not much you're going to do with that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones wiggling the bat. Back elbow up. Pitch in the middle of the plate. Fouled off. Up and over the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jones now. There's a big overhand breaking ball, flipped up the middle, past the pitcher, bounding into center field for a leadoff hit for Connor Jones.
Leadoff single puts Jones at first base. Now batting, center fielder number 5, Enzo Apodaca.
Enzo Apodaca now to the plate with a runner on first, nobody out. Coach Abrams will have some decisions to make here. Do you want to leave that hole open? Do you want to try and straight steal with Jones, who has good speed against a lefty? All right, there's a pick play going over. Got to assume he has at least one other move that looks a little different than that one. Lefties get the advantage of runners on first to be able to lift and pick. And that's a conversation or a decision that Coach Abrams is going to have to make. What do you want to do in this spot? Do you want to just let Enzo hit? Do you want to take your chances? Hebe ready, picks again. This time's a step-off throw. Stepped off the back, flipped it over. So definitely spending a little bit of time on Jones here. And I'm assuming the hitting coach, Coach Ford from the Firebirds is saying, good, focus on him. Leave Enzo a cookie right here and he'll get into one. And the pitch, big overhand breaking ball. Enzo makes a half-hearted swing because it was a hit and run. There's a breaking ball that stayed up, so a great pitch to run on there for Jones. And Jones steals second base easily. And now you got a runner on second, nobody out, and now Enzo's job changes again. So right there, it was a hit and run swing. Now he's got to pull something. Under all circumstances, Enzo's got to get the barrel out and yank right here. A great time for a lefty. Not often in baseball, you have your coaches saying, pull, 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 no matter what, pull. And right here, that's what Enzo gets to do. No matter where it's at, pull the front side and yank this thing to the right side. Keep this inning going. Worst case, move that runner over to third with 1 out. And the pitch. Another overhand breaking ball. Called strike on the outside half. Boy, that thing is got some arc. She's a floating in there. About halfway through, the parachute pops open and flutters out to that outside corner.
He got that pitch from St. Louis.
So Heeb ready to go again. Enzo flips it down the left field line. Left fielder makes a chase, but pretty good foul. Enzo's job changes a little bit here. Even though his job is to get him over, you got to put the barrel on the bat here. If you get the ball on the outside half and you can't pull it, you got to make contact. It changes a little once you get to 2 strikes. So Apodaca digs in. Heeb comes set. A 1-2 pitch. Fastball down. Doesn't get the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Enzo trying to fight his way back into this count. Jones leading off second. Apodaca at the plate. Top of the third. Nobody out, no score. Heeb comes set. Kicks and deals. Big overhand breaking ball, ripped at second base on the backhand. Jones not reading line drive in the infield. Takes 2 steps, and that's a double play. Double Jones off at second base on what I'm sure the coaching staff is going to say is
Double play by the Jaguars.
pretty darn easy ball to recognize by Connor Jones. And it was close. It almost hit the ground, but as a base runner there, Connor's probably going to tell you, I got to read that one. I got to be standing on the bag, and if it hits the ground, it hits the ground. Tyler Stone rips one past the shortstop and second baseman for a knock. So Stone gets
single by
base hit.
Stone puts him at first base. Now to the plate. Shortstop, number 11, Trevor Long.
That brings Trevor Long to the plate. So Long now to the dish. Flew out to the pitcher his first at bat.
All glove. 100%. No question.
Fastball down and in. Called strike 1 to Trevor. No balls, 1 strike. Stone at first, Long at the plate, no score. Fastball, got it all the way in again. Looked like the same pitch. Long takes it for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the third, no score. Fastball away. Long rips it over to the left side. Third baseman makes a great play to his left. Scoops it up, flips to the first baseman, and that is the third out of the inning on a fielder's choice to get Tyler Stone at second base.
No runs for the Firebirds, 2 hits.
So the
1 man left on base.
Firebirds don't get a run that inning. And we are going to be moving on to the bottom of the third in just a minute. We are off and running at the bottom of the third.
Now starting, leading off this inning, bottom of the third. First baseman, number 23, Gabe Gallo.
So Gabe Gallo leading off the bottom of the third. Jaguars, Firebirds locked in a pitching duel here, 0-0. Andrew Carroll and Evan Heap so far leaving donuts on the board. Slider away. Gallo looked like he got fooled a little bit. Probably happy he just fouled it off. Carroll at 28 pitches so far in the game. 20 strikes, so he is filling up the strike zone. Bottom of the third, nobody out. Gallo leading off. No balls, 1 strike, slider away, same pitch, same kind of fool me swing a little bit there. So now Gallo's seen that pitch twice. Ball back to Carroll. He works quick, he's ready to go. Slider stays up, ball 1. 1-2, fastball down and away, reaches down, chops it over the mound. Tegan Carey got 1 shot, can't make it. Tough play for Tegan Carey. Was chopped off a home plate over the pitcher. Tegan Carey came as hard as he could. Not even sure that
Nobody down. Brings to the
Tegan
plate.
fields it
Center
clean.
fielder,
We end up with
number
an out
10,
there.
R.W. Shannon.
So R.W. Shannon now coming to the plate with Gallo at first base. Shannon grounded out to short his last at-bat. Nubs one down the third baseline, foul. Shannon 0 for 1 today. Did not play in the first matchup against the Firebirds. Seen his first experience here against the Fire. Quick pick over by Andrew Carroll. Gallo goes in, standing up. Carroll out of the stretch now. Comes set at the waist. And the pitch. Turns to bunt. Good looking bunt. Bunts it down to Tyler Stone. Stone's going to come and get it, field it, makes the tag. So we got a sacrifice bunt there by R.W. Shannon. Handled by Tyler Stone for the first out of the inning. So it looks like both
Sacrifice
pitchers
bunt
are
moves the runner to second base.
thinking this is
1
going to be a
down.
low
Now
scoring
at the
game
plate.
after a pretty high scoring game just 2
Number
days
2,
ago.
Jake Wright.
That's going to bring Jake Wright to the plate. Flew out to the second baseman his first at bat. Slider down and away, ball 1. Wright went 2 for 4 on Tuesday against the Firebirds. Popped out to the second baseman his first at bat.
Heads up.
Fastball in, fouled away. Bottom of the third, no score. Gabe Gallo out at second base after just getting pushed over there by a sac bunt by R.W. Shannon, and Jake Wright trying to drive him in for the Jaguars. Slider down and away, doesn't get the call. Looked like it was pretty close there.
Jake. Bring him home, Jake.
Carroll comes set, and the pitch. Fastball in, got jammed, flipped it over Tyler Stone's head. The right fielder Logan Bach can't get there, falls in fair. Bach's going to run it back in. He ended up being so shallow on the jam shot over Tyler Stone's head at first base. And not much you can
Single
do
for
there.
Jake Wright. Puts runners at first and third now. 1 out. And now batting catcher, number 7, Connor Lawrence.
Not much Gabe Gallo could do at second. You'd love to have the run right now, runner at first and a run in, but Gallo had to make sure that Logan Bach wasn't going to get there and make a diver, and by the time he realized it was going to fall, there was no way for him to come home. So now you got runners at first and third. Connor Lawrence to the plate. Lawrence singled his first at bat up the middle. So Lawrence singled up the middle his first at bat. 2 days ago went 0 for 4 with a ground out, 2 flies to center field. So Lawrence looking to push the first run across the board. Carroll kicks and deals, fastball, got in on him.
You did see the change from your hand to mine.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and third. Gabe Gallo at third, Jake Wright at first. Got to figure Coach Abrams has a decision to make here on the first and third play. If Jake Wright takes off, what are we doing? It looks like he's running. He leans, pick play, back in safely after a dive. Definitely was going on that pitch. I think if Andrew Carroll holds that set position just a half a second longer, he might even get a bigger lean. Right, takes off. Ground ball down to third base, foul ball. So Carroll takes control of the count here, 0-2. Jake Wright doing everything he can to get to second base and eliminate that double play opportunity. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and third, bottom of the third, no score. Jaguars at the plate. Connor Lawrence down 0-2. Carroll picks over again. Right back easily.
Go, Connor.
Carroll comes set and the pitch. Fastball up, got him to chase out of the strike zone and a huge strikeout for Andrew Carroll. So Carroll gets the big strikeout of Connor Lawrence to bring up Logan
Brings to the
Deskin.
plate, designated hitter, number 13, Logan Deskin.
Deskin struck out on a fastball up and in his first at-bat. Deskin was 0 for 3 on Tuesday against the Firebirds with a pop out to second base, ground ball to third, and a fly ball to center. Hard ground ball up the middle. Trevor Long is there and pops out of his glove. Run scored on the E6 up the middle. He was there, and he had it, and it looked like he was going to flip.
Jaguars push 1 across. Now
And
with
it
2 outs.
popped out of
Runners
his
at
glove
first
for
and
the
second.
run scored on
To
the
the plate,
E6.
number 8, Casey Wayne.
So too bad there for Andrew Carroll. Got the pitch and got the play he wanted. Trevor Long got there and it just popped out of his glove. So now you got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Casey Wayne's at the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher last at bat. Wayne 0 for 1. Little inside move there. Jake Wright had been running from first, so you can assume if Carroll doesn't pay attention, he's going to try and take off for third. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, shoots through the infield. Jones up with it. Play at the plate. Ball's coming through, gets cut off, and the runner is stuck in a rundown. And he goes home, and they tag him out at the plate. So Jake Wright was on the hop. It looked like he was going to score, and for some reason, when he got
Jaguars
halfway,
get 1 run that inning
he
on 3
stopped.
hits. 2 men left
Tyler
on.
Stone cut it off, and that put Jake Wright in a
Jaguars
rundown.
lead
So
1-0.
the Jaguars get a run across the board, but a big break on a base hit by Casey Wayne up the middle that doesn't get that second run in. And Jake Wright gets thrown out at home plate, and a break there for the Firebirds. Coming up for the Firebirds, Logan Bach, John Flores, and Cade Carney in about 1 minute.
Of the 4th inning.
Off we go in the top
Right
of the
fielder,
4th.
Number 12, Logan Bach.
Leading off for the Firebirds, Logan Bach. Playing right field today, left-handed hitting outfielder. He's a junior. There's that big lollipop curveball, and it's in there for a called strike middle of the plate. Bach walked his first time. His walk loaded the bases in the first. Fastball up and away, misses. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Jaguars up 1-0. Pitch up and ends, taken for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Bach. Jaguars got 1 in the bottom of the third, so they lead 1-0 here. Bach trying to fight his way on base and get an inning going here. Fastball taken way up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Three and 1 to Bach. And the pitch. Fastball down. Cold ball 4, and the Firebirds get the leadoff runner on. So Bach 0-for-0 with 2 walks today, and that brings up John Flores. So Flores
Leadoff walk, runner at first base.
came up
Coming
in
to the plate, designated hitter, number 21, John Flores.
the bases loaded in the first and flew out on the second pitch. The 2 breaking balls in a row flew out on the second pitch to the right fielder. So Flores now with Bach at first. We'll see if Coach Abrams has the bunt on or if we're just playing baseball here. Fastball up and away. Flores flips it back to the pitcher. Slow roller to the pitcher. Hustles down to first, ball gets thrown away. Bach gets to move on to third. Flores ends up being safe at first on the error by the, you're going to have to say the pitcher. I mean, the first baseman reached for it. I'm assuming the first baseman's going to say, I
Runners at first and third
could
now.
have caught that, but didn't.
Coming to the plate, third baseman, number 4,
go,
Cade
Cade.
Carney.
So Flores reaches on an error by the pitcher on a ground out back to the pitcher. And that brings Cade Carney to play with runners on first and third, nobody out. He been a little bit of trouble here, and a ball hasn't got past the pitcher. Picks over to first base. Flores back, standing up. Carney singled his first time up, got jammed a little bit, flipped it over the third baseman's head for a base knock. Carney rips one down the right field line, pretty far foul, lands on the track, skitters all the way down to the fence. Carney was 2 for 3 against the Jaguars just 2 days ago. RBI single to left and a single down the right field line within a 2-base error. So Carney 2 for 3 his last at bat, and 1 for 1 so far today. So he's 3 for his last 4, and he's looking to get that tying run across the board. Breaking ball up the middle. Flores is off running on the hit and run. Line drive goes right to the shortstop for the candy delivery double play. I think the shortstop took his eyes off just for a second. Flores was in no man's land, and the shortstop
Firebirds push
misses
one
it.
across. Runners at first and
So
second.
now you got an
Now coming
E6
to
on the
plate, catcher,
shortstop.
number 10, Anthony
Logan
Laguna.
Bach scores on the air as the shortstop missed it and it skittered into left field. So instead of a big 2-out hit and run double play, it turns into no outs. And Laguna now at the plate with runners on first and second, nobody out. Laguna squares the bunt. He gets the bunt down to the pitcher. Pitcher fields it, makes the throw over to first base. Got him there. So a sac bunt by Anthony Laguna.
Runners advance to second and third base now, 1 out. Coming to the plate, second baseman, number 32.
So Flores advances to third. Carney advances to second after the error by the shortstop on the hit and run. And Tegan Carey digs in now, trying to get that lead run pushed across. Jaguars thinking it's going to be a low-scoring game. They bring the infield in. And here we go. Carey whips one down the right field line. Tough long run for the outfielder. Ball bounces, gets past him. Carey's hustling into second base. Flores scores. Carney scores on the bloop double by Tegan Carey. And the error, the back-to-back errors coming back to haunt the Jaguars here a little bit. A 2-run bloop double for Tegan Carey. And 2 runs scored. Could call that a single and an error.
Come across for the Firebirds.
Kind of depends on who's scoring. That could have been a single and an error. I think maybe if the outfielder keeps it in front of him, Carey might be stopped at first base. But we're biased, so we're going to call it a double. And we're off and running. Huh? All right, it's a single. Single and an error. That's fair. It was clearly a single. But outfielder could have stopped it. Brings the pitching coach out. I'm sure he's got to be saying,
Now
Evan,
coming to the plate, left fielder number 28, Connor Jones.
Evan, keep doing what you're doing, son. We've got a walk, 2 errors, and a bloop. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that brings Connor Jones to the plate. So Jones has grounded out to second and singled up the middle. Missed on the outside half, ball 1.
Come on, Jonesy.
So 3 runs pushed across so far for the Firebirds. And the pitch. Fastball down. Jones gets control of the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Three-one Firebirds. Top of the 4th, 1 out. They only out of the inning a sac bunt by Anthony Laguna. Fastball up and away, called, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Carey at second. Jones at the plate. Heeb ready to go, and the pitch. Big overhand breaking ball, stays up. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jones went 1 for 3 just 2 days ago against these Jaguars with an RBI single to left and a couple fly balls to left field. So hitting the ball the other way consistently is a good sign. Fastball right there. Jones takes it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Come on, Jonesy.
Big overhand breaking ball, stays up for ball 4. Maybe an open base situation there.
Runners on first and second now. To the plate, center fielder number 5, Enzo Apodaca.
Stay hot, Zo.
So that brings Enzo Apodaca to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Firebirds have 3 in the inning. On a walk and a couple of big errors and a flip single down the right field line by Tegan Carey, and here we go with Apodaca looking to do some damage. Enzo's 1 for 2 on the day, doubled to left and lined out to the second baseman. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. Enzo digging back in. Heeb comes set at the neck. And the pitch. Fastball away, caught the call. Pretty big zone, and it's been big the whole day. Not a surprise that something 4, 5, 6 inches off is getting called. Pretty much has the whole day. So that both teams' hitters got to know that those pitches are going to get called today. Heeb ready to go, and the pitch. Missed off. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Carey on second. Jones at first, a plus runner at first. Get a ball in a gap here. Jones should have a legit shot to score.
Go, Eve.
Eve ready to go, and the pitch. Fastball away. Enzo flips it down the left field line. Left fielder on the chase. Lands foul about 6. So Eve evens up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get through what's been a pretty rough inning. If the Jaguars had made the routine plays, it would have been probably a walk and a double play and a ground out, and they're hitting in a 1-0 game. Enzo steps out, resets. Keep steps off the back.
Thank you, baby.
And we're ready to go again at 2-2. 1 out. Pitch stays up. Full count. 3-2, 1 out. Got to figure this is not a spot necessarily to send the runners with only 1 out. Left-handed hitter at the plate. Easy throw for the catcher. Tyler Stone on deck, who you want to hit in this inning. Fastball up, swing and a miss. Strike 3.
All right, Ty, find something you like, something you can drive. Be smart.
Tyler Stone strolled to the plate now. 1 for 1 on the day.
Two
He
down.
walked and singled to right.
Now to the plate, first baseman number 24, Tyler Stone.
Stone was 2 for 4 in the game just 2 days ago with a single up the middle and a booming home run off the church out over at Chaparral. So Stone digging in with runners on first and second, 2 outs now. Flip down the first baseline, foul. So Stone falls behind, 1 ball, no strikes. Stone ready to dig in. 34-inch white bat, red and white batting gloves. He'd getting the sign. Comes set at the neck, checks carry at second base and the pitch. Another big breaking ball. Blocked there by Connor Lawrence to keep base runners from moving up.
Let's go, Eve. Get the batter. Come on, Ty.
Connor Jones got a little aggressive right there. And that's a tough read for that runner at first base because he's got to do what the runner at second base does. So Jones was in a little bit of no man's land. And by the time Lawrence was able to realize that Jones was a little far off, it was too late. Jones had got back in. Another breaking ball stays up for Tyler Stone. And you can bet he's just looking for a hanger. Hit that many breaking balls in a row, it's time to look for anything that's up that you can turn and burn. So we'll see if he gets a hanger anytime here soon. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Carry at second, Jones at first, and the pitch. Fastball down and away, gets past Lawrence. Both runners going to move up now. 2 runners in scoring position. Wild pitch there by the pitcher. Lawrence did what he could to get out there and get his shin guards down. It looked like it shot through the 6 hole.
Hey, best count.
And I'm going to make an assumption here that Stone's not going to get much to hit. Once those runners moved up, this should probably be a ball out of the strike zone. See if Stone will chase. No real benefit here to try and get to him. Carry at second, Jones, or carry at third, Jones at second. Breaking ball on the outside half, fouled off by Tyler Stone.
Hey, battle with 2.
Kind of as we thought. Probably not going to give him a fastball to hit.
Get him, Eve.
Carry at third, Jones at second, 2 outs. Firebirds lead 3-1, top of the 4th. And the pitch. Big overhand breaking ball. Stone slaps it down the left field line. Third baseman jumps up for it, gets past his glove, goes all the way into the corner. Stone going to rumble into second base with a 2 RBI hanging breaking ball double. And Stone makes it 5-0 Firebirds.
2 more come across for the Firebirds. 2 down to the plate, shortstop number 11, Trevor Long.
So little surprising that they kept throwing the breaking ball there to Stone. You knew once he got one up, he was probably going to get a pretty good swing at it. Kind of thought maybe they'd try and go after Trevor Long. Long 0 for 2 on the day, stepping in. Fastball down, rips to left field, deep and long and off the track and bounces over the fence for a ground rule double in left center field by Trevor Long. So the big boys in the middle of the lineup go back-to-back doubles after the Apodaca strikeout.
1 more across for the Firebirds. Now to the plate, Right fielder number 12, Logan Bach.
Logan Bach now rolling up to the plate. 6-1, 6-1 Firebirds. Long now at second. Bach is 0 for 0 with a walk, with 2 walks and a run scored. Fastball down and away. Lawrence picks it long, gets a big secondary, has to scuttle back. Down and away there, 1-0 to Bach. So 6-1 Firebirds, top of the 4th. Bach in there. Stone just had a 2 RBI double to left. Bach looking to try and push across that 7th run of the inning. Fastball away. Bach flips it into left field. Left fielder on the chase. Back, tries to backhand, gets past him. Bach's on the hop. Ball gets by him, rolls all the way to second to the wall. Bach coming into third, sliding into third with a triple. And Logan Bach gets one past the left fielder down the line. He tried to backhand, he couldn't get there. And that is an RBI triple.
Now to the plate.
For Logan Bach.
Number 21, John Flores.
So Bach pushes the 7th run across the board on an RBI triple to left, and that brings John Flores to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to right and a ground ball back to pitcher that the pitcher threw away. Big overhand breaking ball. Flores rips it into the left field gap. Left fielder gets over there to cut it off. Another one of those breaking balls that stayed up for him. And Flores rips it into left for another RBI.
For the Firebirds.
And this inning has gotten out of hand. And
now coming to the plate.
You have to
Third
assume
baseman number 4, Cade Carney.
You have to assume that Coach Corley here is got to get Evan out of here. I mean, this inning started with a walk and 2 errors, and next thing you know, the last 4 guys have hit the ball real hard, and it's probably time to get another young man in there. Connor Lawrence doing a good job going out there, talk to your pitcher, whether that's to calm him down or whether that's to delay for some time so that Coach Corley can get his next pitcher in there. Either way, Evan Ebe needed a little time right there and talk to one of his teammates, get him settled down. Let's get that 3rd out. We're early in the game. We're not going to panic yet. So 8-1 Firebirds. Flores leading off first and Cade Carney digging in. Carney calls timeout. You can see the Jaguar dugout are asking down there if their pitcher in the bullpen is ready, and it looks like he's not, so Carney gets to face Ebe. Fastball away, too far off, ball 1. Don't be surprised if they make a pitching change, even in the middle of the at-bat here. You just never know. I see Coach Corley down there keeps looking at the bullpen, trying to get that next young man ready to go. Fastball down and away. Doesn't get the call. Seen that one 3 or 4 times today. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Carney 1 for 2 on the day. Flipper single to left over the third baseman's head and a line drive that the shortstop dropped. That was a sure double play. Fastball down and away. Ball 3. So 3 balls now. No strikes on Carney. Flores leading off at first. Pretty short lead over there. Nowhere to go. Fastball down, ball 4. So you got to assume that's going to be it. There comes Coach Corley. He's heading out to make the change. And too bad for Evan Ebe because, like I had said, he started the inning with a walk. Okay, we got to throw strikes. Then a ground ball back to the pitcher that gets thrown away. And then a sure double play. The shortstop drops. And from there, it goes sack, bunt, single, walk, strikeout to get to the second out. Then you hit the middle of the lineup. Stone with a booming double to left. Long with a booming double to left. Bach with a triple to left. And Flores with a single to left center. So it got ugly fast there for Ebe. And it's kind of too bad because he probably would have been out of the inning in 3 hitters. But that's baseball. It's funny how it evens itself out, and there's times where you end up kind of having to pay for your mistakes. Coming into pitch for the Jaguars is number 15, And I don't have, I'll find out. Who's pitching right now? Who's pitching? Nobody's listening. Austin Miller. My eyes are so bad, it's not number 15, it's number 25. No wonder I couldn't find him on the roster. So Austin Miller coming in to pitch here for the Jaguars. Miller got to, he was in the lineup just 2 days ago in the 7-hole. Went 0 for 3 as a hitter. He was playing third base. He replaced Cody Clark there. So Austin Miller, now a two-way player, coming in to pitch for the Jaguars. And really just trying to get this inning over and get a chance to get his club back in the dugout and get him a chance to hit.
Now pitching for the Jaguars, number 25, Austin Miller.
So Miller on the mound, Anthony Laguna at the dish, 8-1 Firebirds, 2 down, top of 4.
Anthony Laguna. Did I announce him yet? I didn't announce him.
Miller comes set. Fastball down and in, missed a little bit on the
Now
inside
batting
half.
catcher, number 10, Anthony Laguna.
At least from that first pitch, it looks like Miller's got some arm side action. That ball was bearing in on Anthony as it slowly started to push into a right-handed hitter. We'll see if that continues or if that's just the angle I have. Fastball misses down. Connor Lawrence got to block it, keep those base runners where they're at. Still working hard behind the plate. Love to see that. Score doesn't matter. Catchers don't stop. There's bruises at 8-0 and 20-0. So 2-0 now to Laguna. Laguna doesn't get cheated. I expect to see some hacking going on here shortly. And there it is, and that ball is pummeled to left field. Outfielders watching it fly. Center fielder gets there, runs it down at the gap. And a good job there by the center fielder to not give up. Ran that ball all the way down at the 365 sign on the track, and it turns into a loud third out for Anthony Laguna. So the Firebirds get 8 runs. 8 runs on 5 hits. So as you can tell, a couple errors and a couple walks, and that's going to hurt. So we move on to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up for the Jaguars, you've got Gunnar Ferreira, Jason Reed the Reader, and Landon Soderer. Back in a minute. We are back, Firebird fans and Jaguar fans, Jaguar grandparents, Jaguar parents that couldn't get here. We're back.
Now batting third baseman, number 12, Gunnar Ferrara.
Gunnar Ferrara leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Jaguars. He had a hard single up the middle, his first at bat. Moved up to second. Ended up getting to third on a balk, but did not score. First pitch is down by Andrew Carroll. So 1-0 to Ferreira. Fastball down, 2-0. You can bet Coach Alex Adrian is wanting the young freshman to throw the ball across home plate. He just got a huge inning. We're going to make him swing it right here. There's the fastball away, 6-8 inches off, gets the call. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Ferreira. Ferrer was a starting pitcher 2 days ago. Now he's on offense, and he pummels one to left field, deep down the left field line. Lands foul by an inch or two. Was that close? Connor Jones was over there chasing it, and he wasn't going to get there, and it lands within inches of being fair. Umpire calls it foul. I don't hear a lot of squawking from the third base coach, so from their angle it must have been foul, but not by much. Down and away, just missed. Seen that one called a few times.
Andrew.
3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball in the dirt. Ball for Ferreira. Leads off the inning with a walk. And I can tell you, the Chaparral coaching staff is thinking, holy cow, let's just throw the ball
for the
across
Jaguars puts a man at
so
first.
Andrew
No
Carroll
outs.
is up
to the
to
plate.
50 pitches now.
Second baseman number 3,
So he's
Jason
thrown
Reed.
50 pitches, 34 of the 50 for strikes. Very impressive by the freshman. So Jason Reed now steps in. Fastball up and in. Reed takes it for ball 1. Reed struck out looking his last time up. Kind of a fastball up, and at the time it was a big spot for Andrew Carroll, the freshman. Fastball down away. Reed smokes it into right field. Good looking swing the opposite way. Hits it right to Logan Bach on a 1 hop. And the Jaguars have something going with a line drive single by the Reader.
Jason Reed gets a single to right field, puts runners on first and second. Now batting, shortstop number 4, Landon Sauterer.
So coming up is Landon Sauterer, and immediately Chaparral pitching coach Alex Adrian is strolling out of the dugout to talk to his young freshman. Honestly, if Carroll is a junior or a senior and been doing this a lot of years, he probably doesn't stroll out, but when you got a freshman out there on the mound, you're going to supervise him a little bit more, for lack of a better term, and make sure the youngster doesn't get excited. You've been throwing great. You're going to give up hits. We're not going to get excited. We're going to go out and get a ground ball from this guy right here. It doesn't matter. Those 2 runs mean nothing, and we're just going to go attack this next guy. And I'm sure that's some sort of conversation, probably in put much better terms by Coach Adrian, but the idea is the same. Let's not get excited. A couple hits don't mean anything. Let's go out and focus on the shortstop here, Landon Sauterer, get ourselves a ground ball, or even just get ourselves an out, and kind of get back in the dugout here. So Sauterer stepping in. He grounded out to third base his first at bat. He squares to bunt, lays down a bunt. Throw goes into third base from the pitcher, Andrew Carroll. So caught me off guard, folks. An 8-1. I'm not sure why we're going to give up our first out on a bunt, but we do. And we don't even get to move the runners up, so it goes 1
out of the plate. Number
5
23, Dave Gallo.
Sack bunt. So Ferreira is thrown out at third base. Reader moves up to second. That moves Sauterer to first on the sack bunt fielder's choice 1-5 putout. And Gabe Gallo now stepping in. So you bunted to get to your 9-hole. Surprised. And I think they caught the Firebirds a little surprised. And if that bunt was down the line, they would have caught him off guard and probably had the bases loaded, nobody out. Rip to left field. Jump over the Cade Carney jump. Coming in to score is Jason Reed. Throw goes back into Carney from left field. And all of a sudden, the Jaguars come out swinging it. First pitch.
Jaguars
Gallo
push one across.
rips
On the
one to
board
left
now.
field.
Runners at first and second. 1 out. To the plate, center fielder number 10, R.W. Shannon.
So Reed scores on the single to left by Gallo. And that brings R.W. Shannon to the plate with runners on first and second again. Sauterer at second, Gallo at first. Fastball right there, strike 1. Shannon is 0 for 1. Grounded out to shortstop and put down a sack bunt that Tyler Stone fielded and tagged him out himself. Strike 2 now. Carroll gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 2 runners on. Fastball up, swing and a miss by Shannon. Strike 3. And a big second out there by Carroll, trying to limit the damage.
2 down. Now to the plate. Number 2, Jake Wright.
Jake Wright to the plate now with 2 outs and 2 on. 1 run already in. Singled his last at bat. Also flew out to second base his first AB. Fastball misses down. Pops away from Laguna a couple feet. Runners cannot advance. 1-0 on Wright. Wright's playing left field today. He's a junior, heavily junior-laden team here at the Jaguars. Up and away, gets the call off the plate a little bit. Will take it, Firebirds. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Firebirds 8, Jaguars 2. Carroll facing Jake Wright, and the pitch. Fastball away, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carroll trying to limit the damage. Wright trying to keep the inning going. Trying to get them to their 3 and 4 hole guys. Carroll comes set at the waist. Checks the runner and the pitch. Up and away, left it for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carroll, the freshman, pitching in here into the bottom of the 4th. Fastball away. Jake Wright goes out and hits it, fouls it off down the right side. Good job fouling off a tough pitch there by Jake Wright. Laguna gave it a chase for a few steps and then cashed in his chips and headed back to the plate. And we're ready to go. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 8-2 Firebirds. Fastball down, got a piece. Laguna couldn't hold it, fouled off at the plate. Count stays at 2-2. Jake Wright got a long at bat going here. Trying to fight his way on, doing everything he can to get this team to counter Lawrence here in the inning. Carroll ready to go, checks the runner. Fastball down and away, bounced it in there. Runners are going to be off and going here on this 3-2, 2-out count.
Go, Jake!
Both runners have to watch for the inside move, so their jump shouldn't be great. They're not stealing. They're just, they can get a free takeoff. Fastball up, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jake Wright strikes out to end the inning. And Andrew Carroll gets through the inning, giving up just 1 additional run.
1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left.
So Carroll now gets through the 4th.
1 run across, 2
He's at
hits,
66
1 man left on
pitches,
base.
21 balls, 45 strikes, giving up 7 hits and
Jaguars
2
trailing now
runs
8-2.
as we finish the 4th. 5 strikeouts and just 1 walk. So a really good outing so far for Andrew Carroll. We will see if Andrew gets to get out there for the 5th. We go to the Firebirds 5th. Tegan Carey, Connor Jones, and Enzo Apodaca in 1 minute. Here we go, Firebird fans. We are back for the top of the 5th. Leading us off is Tegan Carey.
Now batting second baseman number 32, Tegan Carey.
Carey 1 for 2 on the day. Had a fly out to right and a soft liner to right that scored a couple runs. Hard hit ball to shortstop. Ended up being a candy hop. Hits him right in the chest. Little low throw there. And a really good job over at first base by Gabe Gallo to pick it out of the dirt. Carey hit it hard.
Routine ground ball, shortstop to first base for 1 out.
1 down. Now going to the
Now batting top of the
leadoff
order, left
man,
fielder, number 28.
Connor Jones.
Connor Jones.
So Jones is 1 for 2, singled up the middle, grounded out to second and walked. Scored a run in that 8-run inning where he walked. First pitch, down, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Jones. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Firebirds 8, Jaguars 2. Missed down and away, 2-0. Down and away again, 3-0. Jones looking to get another inning started. Trying to fight his way on base here. We'll see if he gets the green light or if he's got a take on. Definitely taken as the ball splits the dish for called strike 1. Jones looked like he was on a picnic on that pitch, had no interest, so obviously got the take sign from the dugout. 3-1. Jones rolls it over towards the first base side. Second baseman goes in the hole, can't get there, and it flutters through into right field for a rollover 27 hop single for Jones. And sometimes it's where you hit it, not how you hit it. So a base hit for Jones to right.
Runner on first base now, 1 out. To the plate, center fielder, number 5, Enzo Apodaca.
Enzo Apodaca to the plate now, 1 for 3 on the day, double to left, line out to second, and strike out on a fastball up. So Enzo looking to do something here with Jones. Now with a right-handed hitter, you got to figure Jones is going to be on the run here at some point. Fastball away, way out there for called strike 1. Both teams seeing some inconsistencies maybe on that outside half. We've talked about before. Umpire's going to set up on the inside corner. If you're going to get room, it's going to be on the outside half, and this umpire has shown half the time at least he's getting it on that outside half. Jones takes off for second, slides in, safe ball, hits him, kicks away into left field. Jones scurries over to third. So Jones steals second. The error goes on the catcher because the ball hit the base runner, and Jones advances over to third on the stolen base, error by Connor Lawrence.
All right, get your job done, Zo.
So now Miller, Austin Miller, is out of the windup. Ball goes in the dirt. Lawrence looking all over for it, gets his body in front of it, takes another bruise. Welcome to being a catcher. Keeps it there, then can't find it. The whole dugout's yelling feet, 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 which tells him it's somewhere underneath me. So good job by Lawrence there to save that run. Mentioned it earlier, catchers don't take innings off. They get the heck beat out of them from the start to the finish. So Miller ready to go here in a 1-2 count to Apodaca. Slider on the outside half, stays out there. Enzo trying to get that 9th run pushed across here in the top of the 5th. Fastball down and away. Could have been a changeup. Really sunk on that one. There's that arm side action. So Carey led the inning off with a ground ball to short.
Yeah, Miller.
Jones rolled a ground ball through the infield, stole second, advanced to third on an error, and Apodaca full count. Check swing. No, he didn't. They checked. No, he didn't. And that is a base on balls for Enzo on a fastball up. And that
Runners on
brings
first and third now.
Tyler Stone to the plate.
Up to the plate, first baseman, number 24, Tyler Stone.
Got to assume right here it's 8-2. You want Stone to get pitches to hit. You got to assume that there's a chance Apodaca just won't run right here and give Stone some pitches to hit. And that doesn't mean that Miller isn't going to go after him. It is 8-2. It is in the 5th. he might just, the coaching staff might just say go after him. Picks over to first base. Up high, Gallo's got to go catch it with Apodaca sliding underneath him. Stone digging back in. We've seen Stone pitched around a lot this year, and that's probably going to continue. We'll see if it continues here. If Apodaca steals second, I guarantee it's going to continue, so we'll see. Slider up and away.
Good top, Austin.
One ball, no strikes, one out. Jones at third. Apodaca at first. Stone at the plate and the pitch. Fastball down and in, rolls it over, shoots it through the infield on the right side between the first and second baseman. Apodaca hustles into third base. Throw goes into third. He's safe. And Stone with another base hit, his third of the day. This time a ground ball through the hole. Apodaca does a good job going first to third. And that's an RBI single for Stone.
Runners at first and third. One out. Now to the plate, shortstop number 11, Trevor Long.
So Stone is 3 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a double. Long now comes to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. Pop up to the pitcher, ground ball to third, and a booming double to left. So Long stepping in. Stone at first. Jones at third. Fastball up and away, called, strike one. I'm sorry, folks. I thought Connor Jones had scored on that ground ball. He did. Enzo Apodaca is now at third. So Jones did score. Apodaca's at third. Stone at first, and the pitch. Big hack by Trevor Long. Got a slider on the outside half. Looked to try to whistle it to right field. Fouled off. Looked like he was right on that pitch. Miller comes set. And the pitch. Slider down and away. Another great job by the catcher, Connor Lawrence. That thing was outside his skis. He was able to get enough body on it, took another bruise, kept it off the backstop, but it also then allowed Tyler Stone to read ball and dirt and advance to second base on the wild pitch. So Stone moves up, takes away the double play. Long takes control of the count at 2-1. 1-2. Fastball up and in. Now the count's 2-2. Got corrected there on the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Long. 1 out. Apodaca at third. Stone at second. Infield in for Long. Fastball on the outside half. Another big rip fouled into the Jaguar bullpen. Doesn't look like Long is getting fooled on much here. He's taking pretty aggressive hacks at everything, even with 2 strikes. Great time to hit here. Infield in. Outfield's got to play deep with Long's power. Right fielder battle in the sun. Fastball down and away. Called. Strike 3 looking. Long did not like it. And that's the second out of the inning.
2 down. Now to the plate, right fielder number 12.
Pitch could have went either way. No argument there that the pitch could have went either way. But with this umpire on that outside half, that's just something that you're seeing more of. Fastball away, same thing. Off the plate, called, strike 1. Logan Bach at the plate, 1 for 1. 2 walks, 2 runs scored, RBI triple. Back in that huge 8-run inning. Slider up and away. Bach takes a big rip, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Apodaca at third. Stone at second. 2 down. Top of the 5th. 9-2 Firebirds. Another slider, try to go backdoor there, did Austin Miller, just missed. Good pitch, 0-2. Miller trying to paint here, ahead in the count. Looking for a pitch in here. That's my guess. At least that's what I would do. Nope. Catch setting up away. Long box. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the inning ends. But the Firebirds do some more damage. They get another run. Make it 9-2 now. And we are off to the bottom of the 5th. We'll go Connor Lawrence, Logan Deskin, and Casey Wayne when
Let's
we're
go,
back.
come on!
We're back, Firebird fans. Here we go. Bottom of the 5th.
Leading off, bottom of the 5th inning. Catcher number 7, Connor Lawrence.
So Connor Lawrence leads us off against a new pitcher, Mason Dillo. So Dillo comes in after a fantastic outing by Andrew Carroll. And Dillo gets ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Dillo, the senior, hard thrower, probably mid to upper 80s, with a yacker of a breaking ball. So I can guarantee,
What's his first name?
Mason. I can guarantee you that the Firebird coaching staff is hoping to see a great outing by Dillo, because he will be a factor if we can get in the 6A state playoffs. He's runs it up there, and the
Now
breaking
pitching
ball
for the Firebirds,
plus.
number 7, Mason Dillo.
So good to see Dillo out there getting some work in, trying to get him dialed in. He had a fantastic outing 2 weeks ago. Breaking ball gets golfed into left field. Over to cut it across is Jones. Going to be a long single for Connor Lawrence. So Lawrence ends up going 2 for 3 now, with a single up the middle and a single to left off Dillo off that breaking ball. So good job
Leadoff
there
single
on
by
Connor
Connor
Lawrence, facing the Dillo
Entering
breaking
now
ball.
on first base, number 9, Trenton Phoebus. At the plate, designated hitter number 13, Logan Deskin.
So Phoebus now is a runner. He's going to come in and run for the catcher, Connor Lawrence. And that brings Logan Deskin to the plate. Deskin 0 for 2. Strikeout his first at bat. Ground ball up the middle earlier that was an error on the shortstop. So 0 for 2 for Deskin on the day. 2 days ago, Deskin went 0 for 3. So the Firebirds have handled him pretty good so far here, but he hits in the 4-hole for a reason. So Dillo's got to make some pitches here. First pitch down and away, missed. Second pitch almost hit the bull, and it's ball 2. So all of a sudden, Dillo out of the stretch looks a little different, and Tegan Carey comes in, probably makes a funny comment of some kind. Like, calm it down. Let's go. Let's get the ball back in the strike zone here, just like you do. relax and do what you do. So 2 balls, no strikes to Deskin as Trenton Phoebus, the pinch runner, moves up to second base. Dillo comes set and the pitch. Fastball, middle, called, strike 1. Good job by Dillo there. Get the ball back in the zone. Nothing's going on. Get your hitter. Dillo comes set. Stares at the runner at second. Fastball, down and away. Good pitch there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dillo's starting to use his changeup way more often than he has in the past, and it's going to make a big difference for him. It's going to make his fastball look real fast if he can start to control that pitch. There it is again. Chopped over the third baseman's head. Cade Kearney goes as deep as he can. Fields it, throws all the way across from the foul line to Tyler Stone, and just not in time. And just a great effort by Cade Kearney.
Infield hit for Logan
That is
Deskin.
just a base hit.
Puts
There's
runners
nothing
at
else
first and
there
second.
but
No
a
outs.
base hit.
Roll it up.
To the plate, right fielder number 8, Casey Wayne.
Kind of pounded it off the hard pack. Kearney goes back as far as he could, jumps as high as he can, fields it, but by the time he gets there, Logan Deskin beats it pretty easy. Casey Wayne to the plate, 1 for 2. So the Jaguars have something cooking here in the bottom of the 5th. Change up, big swing and a miss, looking for that fastball. And again, the most change-ups I've seen out of Dillo in a short outing and maybe forever, and maybe he's starting to really like that pitch, and that would be a big shot in the arm for the Firebird pitching staff to have somebody that can control that pitch. Another changeup, down and away, just missed. Great low. That's that one you're in the dugout saying, how do you not swing at that?
Let's go, Wayne.
Because it sunk out of the strike zone. There's the fastball, misses down and away. And it might just be that he's going to have to throw more changeups. It looks like the changeup is closer to the strike zone. I don't think you'd be scared to call it here. Just keep throwing it till the fastball comes back. Changeup, Apodaca tries to backhand it, gets away, rolls all the way to the dugout. So both runners move up on wild
Runners
pitches.
move up to second and third base.
The double play goes away, and it's 3-1
You're good, Mace. Let's go.
on Deskin. So 3 balls, 1, oh, excuse me, Casey Wayne. Deskin already single, so it's Casey Wayne is 3 balls, 1 strike. You got Connor Lawrence at second, Logan Deskin at first. Fastball down, called. I'm going to correct myself again. Connor Lawrence, who Trenton Phoebus ran for. So it's Phoebus at third, Deskin at second, 3-2, nobody out to Casey Wayne. Fastball away, and Wayne whistles it into center field. Enzo Apodaca has to field it on a hop, gets it back in, and that is a rocket into center field for a base hit.
Jaguars push 1 across.
Phoebus scores, the runner
Runners on
for
first and
Connor
third.
Lawrence.
No outs.
Logan
Out of the
Deskin
plate.
moves up to third.
Third baseman, number 12,
Casey
Gunnar
Wayne is
Ferrara.
now at first. So that brings Gunnar Ferrara to the plate, and anywhere the Jaguars have got it going with 3 consecutive hits to start the inning. Ferrara 1 for 1 with a single up the middle and a walk. So Ferrara looking to keep the inning going. And Mason Dillo looking for a ground ball right here. Dillo comes set, and the pitch. Hammer. Snapping breaking ball in there for strike 1. Ferrara has to jump out of the way. Hadn't seen that pitch yet, and that thing's got some snap. You hear people say that's a plus pitch, and it is. When it's down, it is plus. It is sharp, and it is tight. Change up, fouled off the catcher. Apodaca not liking that one. Laguna, sorry. Anthony Laguna takes one off somewhere, and it didn't feel good as it bounds back out towards Dillo on the mound.
We have one of our pitchers that plays this for their song, this opening inning.
So it looks like Laguna is feeling good enough to crouch back down.
Come on, Mace.
I'll say it 100 times. Welcome to being a catcher. Nobody really cares. They're just tough dudes. Dillo goes third to first move. Both runners get back. I would be surprised if the Jaguars put somebody in motion, but you never know. No balls, 2 strikes, breaking ball up and over Ferreira's head. That one goes to the backstop as it slips out
Jaguars
of
push one more
Dillo's
across.
hands. So he had the
Runner at
pitch he
second
wanted,
base.
and it's a wild pitch to score another run here. And that pushes Casey Wayne on into second base on the wild pitch. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now, nobody out. Casey Wayne at second, Gunnar Ferreira at the plate. Fastball up, and it is pummeled to left field. Down the left field line, just foul ball. Took a fastball up and in and just tomahawked it down the left field line, and it fell just foul. The grounds crew up here in the palatial press box is talking about moving that foul line tomorrow. Put a little jig jog in it because there have been more than 1 ball that have landed just foul down the left field line. So Dillo comes set. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ferreira. Fastball down and in. Taken for ball 2.
Good spot.
Firebirds 9, Jaguars 4. And the pitch. Middle, grounded over to third base. Foul ball. Just got outside the bag. Cade Carney was there ready to make the throw. Umpire yells out foul. Changeup got him out just a little early, so he rolled it over to the third base side. Ferreira digging back in, good at bat going here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 runs in, 9-4 Firebirds. Breaking ball on the outside half, called, strike 3. Laguna framed that one up, kind of went and got it a little bit, and got the called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Coach Tom Abrams now strolling out to the mound. It looks like after that strikeout, we're going to have a pitching change. Logan Bach goes running off the field. Not really sure who's coming in to pitch here for the Firebirds. So Dillo gets to face 4 hitters. And Dillo is now out. It looks like it's going to be Logan Bach. So Bach now coming in to face Jason Reed. The lefty junior right fielder. So Bach came in from right field. I have no idea if he got loose. You have to assume he got loose in between innings, and this was a plan. So Bach coming in from right field, changes out his glove, and now he's on the hill, the lefty, with 2 runs in and a runner on second base. We're going to have to check and see who is going to go out to right field now.
Mario.
Okay, so Mario Deverini takes over in right. So Mario would have, most likely Mario would have came in for John Flores as the DH in that DH spot. As you continue to bring in pitchers that are in the lineup, you lose your DH. So Mario will now be in the DH spot. And now your DH is burned. Now obviously Flores can re-enter in this game. So Bach getting his warm-up pitches. We are in Anthem, Arizona, the home of the Boulder Creek Jaguars. I think Boulder Creek has been a high school now for 15 total years.
Logan Bach.
14 of those 15 years, the head coach was Joe McDonald. Coach McDonald started this program back in 2005. 5, I believe. Just this year, Coach Clint Corley took over. I was informed by the guys I was calling at Clint Corley the last 2 days. Coach Corley isn't here, had a medical situation, so he is not here. He's recovering and maybe even watching, you never know. The Grand Canyon standout, my alma mater, didn't get to play with him. I'm older than him. So he came over from Joy Christian High School and is now in charge of the Jaguar program. So warm-up pitches are over. Jason Reed strolling to the plate.
Second base, 1 out. To the plate, second baseman, number 3, Jason Reed.
So Reeder digging in. He's 1 for 2 with a single to right and a strikeout. It's 9-4. You got the runner at second base. Casey Wayne is still the responsibility of Mason Dillo. And here we go with Logan Bach in a 9-4 game, bottom of the 5th. Bach down and away. Seen that pitch called plus or minus 50% of the time. And I think we're on a coin flip situation now on that outside half. Because that we've seen plus or minus a coin flip called. So there we go. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Reeder. Excuse me, the Reeder. And the pitch. Fastball down and away, fouled off down the right field line. Stone gives it a little look and lets it flutter over the first base dugout. 1-1 to Reed now. Casey Wayne still at second base. So Reed at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jaguars trying to keep this inning going, get right back in this game. Starting to knock on the door here to make it a game. Bach comes set at the chest and the pitch. Fastball up and away. Reed flips it up the middle. Tegan Carey right there. Routine ground ball. Flips it over to first base to Tyler Stone, and that's 2 down in the inning. Good defensive placement there by the Firebird coaching staff.
Now 2 outs.
Ball was really hit up the middle, and sure enough, that was right where Tegan Carey was standing.
Number 4, Landon Sauterer.
Landon Sauterer now digs in with 2 outs and Casey Wayne at third. Sauterer is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third and a sack bunt. Fastball up and away. Coin toss. This time it's a strike on the outside half. That one looked significantly worse than the one that Reed took just last at bat. No balls, 1 strike to Sauterer. Left-handed breaking ball, tries to go back door, doesn't get there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Landon, hit it hard.
Bach ready to go with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball up and away. Doesn't get the call on that one. Looks like the same spot again. I guess if it's 50-50, then until you get the 2 strikes, it's your decision to swing or not. So 2-1 now to Sauterer. Fastball down and away, shot out to right field, lands in front of Mario Divineri for a single. Divineri flips it back into Tegan Carey, and that's an RBI single to right.
Push 1 more across on a single from Landon Sauterer.
So Casey Wayne scores on the Sauterer base hit.
First baseman, number 23, Gabe Gallo.
And that brings up Gabe Gallo. Gallo 2 for 2 today. Infield single, and then a missile to left. So Gallo 2 for 2. He was 1 for 2 just 2 days ago. Yeah, swing and a miss. Strike 1. So Gallo in the 2 games against the Firebirds is now 3 for 4. Although I think maybe one of those at-bats was Brock Wistrom's back on Tuesday, so I might be off. Might be 2 for 3. So Gallo, the first baseman, right-handed hitter, number 23. He is a senior, one of the few seniors you see out here for the Jaguars. Similar to the Firebirds, you just don't really have many seniors. Right now, if I look out across the baseball field, you got a senior catching, and every other player on the field is a junior except for Tegan Carey. Oh, you got a senior in left. Connor Jones. You got a senior in left, a senior behind the plate. Everybody else are juniors and sophomores, including the pitcher, Logan Bach. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I know, but he hasn't been calling one way or the other, Jack.
Well, Gallo just trying to keep this inning going. Trying to get it to the leadoff man. Fastball middle, deep fly ball, shallow fly ball to right, excuse me. Mario Divinieri battling the sun, glove up, shades on, makes the catch, ends the inning with a fly ball to shallow right. And the inning ends with
Jaguars get 3 runs that
3
inning
more
on 4
runs
hits.
pushed across by
1
the
man left
Jaguars.
on base.
So we
Jaguars
look now
still trailing
to
9-5.
move on to the top of the 6th. Leading off right now is Mario Divinieri, followed by Cade Carney and Anthony Laguna. We'll be back in a minute. We are back. Top of the 6th. John Flores leading off against the new pitcher.
Let's
The
go,
senior,
Junior!
6'4" right-hander Jacob Howie. Howie at least warming up. Looks like he runs it up there a little bit, mid to upper 80s. Got a snappy slider breaking ball looking
Leading
pitch.
off, top
So
of the 6th inning,
here
number
we go.
21.
So Flores 1 for 3.
Designated hitter John Flores.
Fly out to right, ground ball to the pitcher, and a rocket single to left. Just 2 days ago, Flores went 2 for 3 with a line drive with 2 base hits and a walk. So first pitch is a ball to Flores. Second pitch, big swing and a foul straight back. Howie looks like he's not going to mess around. He's working quick and he's challenging. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Flores now, and Howie is ready to go. Breaking ball, stays up. Flores has got to duck underneath it or take it off the coconut. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Top of the 6th. And the pitch. Fastball down and away, ball 3. So Flores taking control of the count at 3-1 here.
Go, Howie!
The 3-1 pitch. Fastball down and away, called strike 2. Should never be flipping your bat away on an umpire like this.
Hey, go get him, Howie!
Now it's going to be anything close. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, leading off the 6th. Fastball away, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Flores strikes out swinging on a fastball away. And that brings up Cade Carney.
1 out. Now batting. Third baseman, number 4, Cade Carney.
Carney is 1 for 2 on the day. Single to left, ground out to short, and a walk. We're in the top of the 6th, folks. Chaparral 9. Boulder Creek 5. Hard hit ball to the right side. First baseman Gallo makes a big dive, almost gets leather on it, shoots into right field, so a base hit for Carney to right.
1 out single for Carney. Now to the plate, catcher number 10, Anthony Laguna.
Anthony Laguna stepping in. So Carney at first, Laguna at the plate now. Laguna 0 for 2 on the day. Hit into a double play ball, 5-4-3, a sac bunt, and
Heads up.
a fly out deep in the left center gap. Fastball comes at him, fouled straight back. No balls, 1 strike to Laguna. Tegan Carey on deck, Connor Jones in the hole. Carney with a good lead over at first, dives back in safe, ball throws away. Cade Carney on his horse, he gets to second, he's gonna hold up right there. Needed to pick up his base coach much sooner, kind of went straight into the bag. But I'm pretty sure Coach Chris Lyman had him held at the bag anyway. So on an error on Jacob Howie, on a pickoff play, that moves Cade Carney up to second base, eliminates the double play, and Laguna digs back in. 0-1 on Laguna. Good looking overhand breaking ball, taken for strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. Howie comes set, checks the runner and the pitch. Fastball, middle, called, strike 3 looking. So Howie with 2 strikes now in the inning. That brings up Tegan Carey. That pitch could have been up. We don't have the best angle for up and down, so I'm sure that Anthony Laguna felt like that pitch was up, but the umpire called it. And breaking ball in the dirt. Good job there by Connor Lawrence, blocking it, keeping that runner at second base. Carey 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out to right, single to right, grounded out to short. Howie in the pitch. Fastball came at him with power. Big swing and a miss by Tegan Carey.
You got it, take it.
Carey's a sophomore. Started pretty much all the season at second base. And hitting all around the lineup. Fastball away, gets the call, 6 inches off. Seen that one called a strike, plus or minus 50% of the time, and a ball 50% of the time. So now with 2 strikes, Carey knows he's going to have to go out and get that pitch off the plate. Fastball down, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Howie comes in and strikes out 3 in the inning. Firebirds do get 1 hit on a Cade Carney single to right. And we move to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order now for the Jaguars. It'll be Shannon, Wright, and Lawrence. And we're back in a minute. I had to come back. I mean, PA puts on jump from Van Halen. We got to come back. We got the stands dancing. All of us 1984ers up here. We're all dancing around, ready to go. Firing up the Jaguars here. So, top of the order. Facing Logan Bach. It'll be R.W. Shannon, right, and Connor Lawrence. Shannon's starting to dig in now.
Center fielder number 10, R.W. Shannon.
0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to short. Sacrifice bunt and a strikeout. And the first pitch fouled off.
Heads up.
So Shannon, I'm sure, was told by the coaching staff, one way you fight your way on base. This is about base runners in a 4-run game. Bach misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Bach facing his 4th hitter of the game. So far hasn't went past 3 pitches to any hitter, so Bach is filling up the strike zone. Fastball rolled over to shortstop. Trevor Long's got to wait for the big hop. Going to have to show some arm strength. Got him on a bang-bang play at shortstop. So Long it was a huge bounding hop, and Long had no choice but to stay back. Then he tried to hump up and make the play with his arm strength.
Out of the plate.
Bounced it in the grass.
2, Jake Wright.
And on the bang-bang play, Firebirds get the call, and there's 1 down. Jake Wright to the plate, 1 for 3. Pop up to second, single to right, and strikeout. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to right. Fastball away, called, strike 1, excuse me. 1 ball, 1 strike to right. Firebirds 9, Jaguars 5. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Too far outside that time. 2-1. Bach pretty much just staying away from the Jaguars almost exclusively. I'm not sure I've called a pitch in yet from Logan Bach. Let's see where Laguna sets up this time. Missed up and away. Everything arm side here. Logan just staying out there. Kind of don't blame him when you're getting 6-7 inches on at least half the pitches. So 3-1 to right. Bach ready and the pitch. Fastball away, called. See right 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Fastball away, fouled off by Jake Wright. There's that off the plate swing that the hitters, I think, have figured out. They got to go get it. Because you don't know. He might call it 8 inches off. If it hits that glove and the catcher doesn't move the glove, he's going to get the call. So the right goes out and fouls off a tough pitch. That one misses up and away. Really good at bat there by Jake Wright. And they get their base runner that they so badly want with the middle of their lineup coming to the plate.
Run around first base, 1 out. Out of the plate. Catcher number 7, Connor Lawrence.
Jake Wright at first, Connor Lawrence digging in now. He's 2 for 3 on the day, single up the middle. Hard single to the left and a strikeout. Bach with a breaking ball, misses down underneath Laguna's feet. Dugout screaming feet, feet, feet. Runner Jake Wright stays at first base. Ball just didn't get away, it was right underneath his feet. So Wright at first, Lawrence at the plate, 2-3 on the day. Stone holding him on. And the pitch, back in the dirt. Laguna's got to dig it out. Still on that outside half. 2 balls, no strikes here to Connor Lawrence. Another one in the dirt. That one lands even further in front. Ball gets in the dirt. Laguna blocks it, chases it, picks it up, throws the base runner out at second base on an attempted steal after the ball got away from Laguna. from my perspective, looked like he might have slid under that one, but the umpire calls him out. Ball beat him. And a 2-4 put out on Jake Wright, and I guess I'm assuming the coaching staff are talking to Jake Wright saying, I love the aggressiveness, love it, but is it worth it in a 9-5 game? Maybe not. We need a big inning here soon, and maybe with the middle of the lineup coming up, that's a conversation you have with these young men, and you sure can't fault them for playing hard. So all of a sudden we have a timeout. The umpire is now talking to the active head coach now for the Jaguars. Not exactly sure what that conversation is about, but it's probably chirping. And I see the first base coach giving the chirp sign, which is like the chicken dance, I think it's called. And that's clearly what was going on. The umpire's hearing a little much from the dugout, so the first base coach gets the boys refocused, and we go back to work. Fastball away, the middle, Bach jumps up and grabs it, flips it over to Stone, and what started out as a promising inning ends up being a 1-2-3 for Bach, and we move on to the 7th inning. Coming up for the Firebirds, top of the order, Connor Jones, Enzo Apodaca, and Tyler Stone. We go to the top of the 7th, top of the order for the Firebirds. Connor Jones, Enzo Apodaca, and Tyler Stone coming up for their 5th at-bats of the game.
Top of the 7th inning now.
Firebirds.
Top of the order. Left fielder, number 28, Connor Jones.
So the senior Jones leads off, left-handed hitting left fielder today. Jones is 2 for 3, 2 ground ball singles, 1 up the middle, 1 to right, along with a walk and a ground out to the second baseman. So first pitch, called strike 1. Jones ready. Slider on the outside half, call the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jones. Jacob Howie ready for the pitch. Slider down and into Jones. Good pitch there. Good hack by Jones. Howie ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Fastball up and in. Called strike 3. The catcher seemed to stand up to catch that one, so obviously Jones not too thrilled. Some chirping from the Chaparral dugout now, and the umpire is going to go over and quiet that down. So I'm assuming the coaching staff from Chaparral
Now batting center fielder, number 5,
asking him to stop flipping a coin and doing his job. He asked the kids to do their job. He has to do his as well. So strikeout looking for Jones brings up Enzo Apodaca. First pitch of ball, 1-0 to Apodaca. 1 for 3 on the day, double to left, line out to second, strike out and a walk. Fastball up and away. Howie's got 4 outs so far in his outing, and all 4 have been by the strikeout. Fastball away, off the plate, called strike. Enzo digs in. Howie ready to go. Fastball down and away. Big swing and a miss by Enzo. Little arm side action away from the left-handed hitting Enzo Apodaca on that one. Evens the count up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Enzo flips one down the left field line, out of play. Stays at 2-2. Enzo digs in. Howie gets the sign. Timeout. Just took too long. So we're going to start over. Howie gets a new sign. Enzo flips the bat, and we're ready. Slider stays away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good at bat here by Enzo. Trying to fight his way on base. This game is far from over at 9-5. Fastball down and in. Got him on the strike 3. Good pitch there by Howie. Got it all the way in and struck him out. Tyler Stone striding to the plate.
2 outs.
Fiddling around the left-handed batter's box here.
First baseman, number 24, Tyler Stone.
Stone's 3 for 3 on the day. A single to right, a double to left, a single to right, and a walk. So Stone looking to keep the day perfect here. Howie overmatched the Firebirds here a little bit so far. Let's see what Stone can handle. And that ball whistled to center field on the first pitch. Center fielder's got to go over and tackle it, get it back in. And Stone is at first base with a ringing single up the middle. So Stone keeps it perfect, his 4th hit of the day.
Single by Stone. Keeps the Firebirds alive. 2 down.
Here comes a pinch runner for
plate,
Stone.
Shortstop, number 11, Trevor Long.
So number 25, Tristan Regan now going out to run for Stone at first base. Stone will probably re-enter to
Pinch
play
runner at first base, number 25, Tristan Regan.
So Regan now at first with 2 outs, and Trevor Long to the plate. Long 1 for 4 on the day. Pop out to the pitcher, ground out to third, deep double to left center, and a strikeout looking last at bat. A buckler right there. Long sees fastball. It ends up being breaking ball. He ducks out of the way, and it flutters in for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike to Long. Regan speedy at first base with a big lead. Howie comes set in the pitch. Slider on the outside half. Called a ball. A little surprising on that. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but we'll take it. Evens up the count at 1-1. Howie comes set, working quick. Fastball down and away, gets away from Connor Lawrence, and Regan moves up to second base. And that's a big base for the Firebirds, because with Regan's speed, every base hit should be a run unless it's just a rocket right at somebody. So 2 outs now. Coach Chris Lyman down at third is telling Tristan, got to score, got to score, got to score. The count moves to 2-1. So 2-1 on Long. Howie comes set in the pitch. Slider on the outside half, taken for strike 2. Pretty good pitch right there. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Regan running for Tyler Stone out at second. Long at the plate, 2 down, top of 7. Fastball middle, fouled straight back. Good rip there by Trevor Long. Looked like he was right on it. Logan Bach, the pitcher, on deck here in the top of the 7th. Got to figure with an open base, we're going to see a couple sliders here. Long's power, hit in the middle of the lineup, open base. Fastball up. I'm That's why I'm behind the fence, folks. I'm real good behind the fence. So long battles to full count now. Regan, pretty big lead out at second base. Howie set and the pitch. Slider down and away, called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. And that looked like it was either down and or away, either one. But the umpire on his flip of the coin comes up the wrong directions for the Birds on that one. And it's called strike 3 looking for long. The top of the 7th ends. And we move on to the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher for the Firebirds is number 19, Lucas Haugen. So lefty Lucas is now in to close this thing out. So Haugen now in to close it out. He's out there getting ready to do his warm-up pitches. And he is going to face Logan Deskin, Casey Wayne, and Gunnar Ferreira. When we're back in a minute. We are back for the bottom of the 2nd. Firebirds need 3. They've got Lucas Haugen on the mound trying to get these last 3 outs. The lefty senior leads it off with strike 1 to Logan Deskin. You can expect to see fastballs sinking and diving out of the strike zone here from Lucas. That's his game. Fastball
Heads up.
fouled off, straight back. No balls, 2 strikes, and Haugen comes in throwing strikes. Haugen kicks and deals, change up, down, swinging a miss, strike 3, 1 out in the 7th. Casey Wayne out of the plate. Called strike 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Casey Wayne.
1 strike, no ball.
No balls, 1 strike. Haugen kicks and deals. Fastball on the outside half, and Laguna gets snipered again. He's not happy about it. Probably saying, darn it, dang it.
I'm sure that's
As he's stomping around out there trying to get his leg to feel a little better. Took one off the inside of the right shin guard, and Coach Chris Lyman kind of walking out. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. Suck it up. Welcome to being a catcher. For the 8th time in this game, take another bruise and let's keep going. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Casey Wayne. Haugen out of the windup. Steps to his right and the pitch. Change up, down and away. Flipped over to Keegan Carey. He airmails at the first base, goes over Tyler Stone's head. And Casey Wayne hustles into second base with the throwing error from Tegan Carey.
On an overthrow, Casey Wayne takes second base with 1 out. Now at the plate, third baseman, number 12, Gunnar Ferrara.
Tegan did everything right there. I mean, he came up, feet reset, made the throw, and the ball just airmailed. And we've said it before, field it and throw it. Let it fly. If you throw it away, you throw it away. It won't be the last time in your career. Don't be scared to let it go, and I don't think Tegan was. He just airmailed one. So Haugen got a little extra work to do. There's a big Bugs Bunny loopy breaking ball for a swing and a miss, strike one. This is to Gunnar Ferrara. Ferrara 1 for 2 on the day. Singled to center, walked and struck out. So Ferrara, as we've said here, as the Jaguars have been trailing, just trying to get on base. You need somehow, some way to get that tying run to the plate, and that means you fight your way on base. So Ferrara, no balls, 1 strike. Haugen kicks and deals. Another Bugs Bunny looper called high, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. From our vantage point, that thing looks like it's a part of a skydiving mission or something, just floating up there. Fastball in the dirt. Good job by Anthony Laguna. Blocks it, takes another bruise, keeps that runner from going to third base. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gunnar Ferrara. Ferrara playing third base today. He's a junior. Was the starting pitcher just 2 days ago against the Firebirds over at Jerry Dawson Field. Haugen misses away. And this is what the coaching staff from the Firebirds are not looking for, and that's don't fall behind. Don't give up free base runners. Just go attack them. We'll catch 3 line drives if we have to. That's a fastball in the dirt. It gets away. That's ball 4. Casey Wayne on the wild pitch moves up to third base. And Gunnar Ferrara goes to first on the walk.
Runner advances to third base. Runners now at first and third. 1 out. To the plate, second baseman, number 3, Jason Reed.
Reed now strolls up to the plate. Reed's 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking, singled to right, and grounded out to second base. And Coach Alex Adrian is now going to go out and take a little visit. Pretty predictable visit here. Same conversation. Let's not get excited. We got a 2-run lead. The tying run is on deck. We don't care. Well, let's just get the hitter and let's get out of here. So probably also talking to the infielders a little bit. Gentlemen, relax. I say this all the time, and I truly believe it. There's a reason why closers make all the money. These outs, whether you believe it or not, are the toughest 3 outs to get in any game. They always have been. That's why closers make all the money, and it's why you're putting kids out there that you trust late in the game to say, all right, I know you're going to throw the ball across home plate. If they hit the ball and beat us, then we'll deal with it. That's a bummer, but that's the way it works. And between Lucas Haugen and the other young man that you see late in games, Ryan Klotnia, that's what the Firebird coaching staff gets from those 2 young men is they're going to go out and attack people. Haugen now digging back in against Reed. First pitch misses, down, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Reed. Ferrara at first. Wayne at third, called strike 1, bottom of the strike zone on a fastball. Haugen evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Firebirds 9, Jaguars 5. Fastball in, got it in there. Reed took it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, and Haugen seems to have it back. Comes and goes that fast sometimes. Haugen kicks and deals, fastball down and away. Reeder fouls it off towards the third base dugout. Staying alive. Haugen comes set, and the pitch. Fastball away. Grounded back to Haugen. He didn't think about the double play immediately. Hesitated, was going to go to first, and did not make a good throw to Tegan Carey, who missed it. That's going to be an error on Lucas Haugen, not being prepared to turn the double play there. I'm sure that was a conversation that Coach Alex had with him that, hey, come back, we're turning 2 right here.
London Sutter.
So an error on Haugen loads the bases. Casey Wayne did not take off from third because he didn't, ball was at the pitcher's mound. So that puts Ferreira at second, Reeder at first, Wayne at third, and Landon Sederer at the plate. First pitch fouled off. Sederer 1 for 2 on the day, ground out to third, a sacrifice bunt, and a hard single to right. And now Haugen in a little bit of trouble after error, walk, error with 1 out.
Good eye.
Fastball up and away, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now you do have the tying run at the plate, and this is the opportunity the Jaguars were looking for, is give us a chance. Get that tying run to the plate, and here we are. Haugen looking for the same ground ball he just got. Fastball down and in, fly to right field. Going back on a little bit is Bach. Bach makes the catch. Casey Wayne tags up at third. He scores on the sac fly by Soderer. And that's 2 outs in the inning. Bach got the ball back in real fast to second base, where Ferreira had to scuffle back quickly to not get doubled up and end the game. So now with 2 outs, 9-6 Firebirds. Gabe Gallo
Now batting, number 1, Joe Percall.
is getting pinch hit for by Joe Percall. So a pinch hitter for Gallo
You hit her, Joe.
as the tying run. Leaves Ferreira at second, Reed at first, and Percall at the plate against Haugen. First pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Haugen comes set, and the pitch. Fastball off the plate out, called, ball 2. That one was pretty far, but we've seen it a few times today on the coin toss. Haugen delivers, got him on the swing and a miss.
That's his first strike.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, Firebirds 9, Jaguars 6. Ferreira on second, Reed on first, and the pitch. Bottom of the strike zone, called, strike 2. Firebirds 1 out away now.
Let's go, Joe.
Haugen ready to go. Percall digging in. Fastball in, misses. Now the base runners will get a head start. Chaparral coaching staff yelling, throw it across, throw it across.
Come on, kid.
3-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, 9-6 Firebirds, and the pitch. Fastball middle, rolled up to shortstop Trevor Long. He throws it across the diamond and air mails it 20 feet above Tyler Stone. And another error by the Firebirds. 2-run score. Percall moves up to second as the winning run. Reed goes into third. Coach Tom Abrams is going to come out to the mound and calm the boys down a little bit here, or he might be making a pitching change. We'll see in just a second.
Pushed
Well, this one has gotten exciting after 3 errors in the 7th. Error by Tegan Carey, and error by Lucas Haugen, and error by Trevor Long. The Jaguars have pushed 2 across and now have the tying run at second base in Joe Percal. And what I think is a really good move here by Coach Abrams is it's time to bring a new closer. Ryan Clotney has been in this situation, and even better, Clotney gets to come in with an empty base and a hitter that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you walk the guy, you get to work to the guy, you get to get that first hitter jitters out of the way, and it does give Clotney a little bit of bandwidth here to not be perfect on this first hitter, and if you have to, just walk him to face the next guy. So Clotney in now at 9-7, Reed at third, Gallo hit for by Joe Percal now at second, and I believe R.W. Shannon, the leadoff hitter, now is going to be at the plate. But now facing Ryan Clotney, the Firebird closer. So Firebirds have definitely punched themselves in the face 3 times this inning on 3 routine plays, all 3 routine, and we just didn't make plays, and it's another reason why the last 3 outs of the game are so hard to get. Clotney talks a little bit to Laguna, changes out the ball. Shannon taking some warm-up swings, and we are ready for a pressure situation here. Tying run at second
Runners
base.
on second and third, 2 outs. Now to the plate, number 10, R.W. Shannon.
And it's R.W. Shannon who's trying to keep this inning alive. Clotney comes set. Fastball, ground ball to Trevor Long. Long has it at short, flips it over to first, hits Tyler Stone middle of the chest, and the inning and game end on a ground ball to Tyler Long for the 3rd out. So Firebirds make it a little exciting, probably much more exciting than the coaching
2
staff
runs that
wanted.
inning for the Jaguars.
But in 6A Desert Valley, a win is a win. And
Jaguars
Clotney
come up
comes in
short.
and gets a
9-7. Great
one-pitch
game, boys.
save. And off we go to tomorrow. And Sandra Day O'Connor, a big challenge for this Firebird team. Final wrap-up here, Firebirds 9, Jaguars 7. Took a lot of pitchers to get through it, and not a pretty game for the Firebirds, but a win's a win. And we will see you mañana on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We're out.